Billings, Montana. Stay tuned as members of the Livestock Marketing Association and 31 contestants from the U.S. and Canada come to Billings to crown the 2017 World Livestock Auctioneer Champion. The 54th World Livestock Auctioneer Championship is brought to you by Professional Livestock Insurance Company, Livestock Marketing Insurance Agency, Meadowbrook Star Insurance, the Cattlemen's Beef Board, and the official animal health sponsor, Beringer Ingelheim. Welcome to Billings, Montana.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Montana. I'm Kyle Shobe, the 2010 World Livestock Auctioneer Champion. Excited for you to join us here in my home state for this year's edition of the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship. I'll be your host for the next hour, this special highlight show right here on RFD TV. Showcase their skill set and knowledge of the industry. We'll take a look at some of the highlights from the contestants' responses in this interview portion throughout the show. But right now, let's head to the auction block for the first 10 semifinalists behind the microphone.
First up, Colton Brantley, Modesto, California.
52, hot 1, 2, 3, bit on 3, now 4, and now bit on 4 to the board, now 5, bit on 6 to the board, now dig it on 7, 7, 7 to the board, now $8, $8 to the board, now 58, I got $1.57, want to try him at 8, 8 to the board, now 9, thank you, 9 to the board, now 59, 9 to the board, now $1.58, $1.59, here we go, $8, bit on 9 to the board, now last call, $1.58 to the board, now dig it on $9, bottom of 9, sold, $1.58.
Next up is Zach Zoomstein from Prairie, Idaho.
Did you do it? I can do negative and negative and negative and negative and 41. You don't negative, you want to do it too. I can do negative and 42. One's down low, 42. You want her. I'm 43. Now do negative and 43, sir. 44. And 45 and negative and 46. You're negative and 47, 48. You don't negative. I'm going to be 8 there. 47 half. I'll take it. You don't negative and 47 high. I can book 47. You don't negative. I'm going to be 47 half. You want to do negative. I'm going to be half then. Sold them here.
Next up with the mic, Jay Romine, Mount Washington, Kentucky.
6 here. That's and 67 and 68 and 9 and 69 and 70 70 10 70 1 1 1 7 1 1 1 2 2 and 71 2 2 2 10 2 sold a kettle $71 number. $350 on 4, $350 on.
Now Lander Nicodemus from Cheyenne, Wyoming.
50 now half. 150 half. 51 1 and a half. To get down at half. To get down at 2. 52 2 and a half. To get down at half. To get down 52 2 and a half. 152 2 and a half. To get down at half. To get down 3. To get down 3 3 and a half. To get down at 4. 154 4 and a half. To get down at half. To get down at half. To get down 54 4 and a half. To get down at half. To get down all done. 154 4 and a half. Sold them 154.
Here is rookie Tim Yoder from Montezuma, Georgia.
40, down 40 there, and 41, 2, down 2, down 42, down 3, down 3, down 43, 4, be right there, 44, down half, down 4, down half, at 44 and a half, down 5, down 45 and a half, 6 here, down 47, at 47 and a half, down 47 and a half, down 6 and a half, down 7, all in and all down at a half. Sold the steer, 45 and a half.
Next up, Philip Gilstrap, Pendleton, South Carolina.
9 say 9 1 2 3 83 84 4 84 5 85 86 $7 7 88 88 sold them $87 and put them on buyer 15.
Now behind the mic, Blake McDaniel, Tallahassee, Alabama.
In a hundred bill, 101. I would have been buck 1, 2, up 2. I would have been 2, that'll be 2, 101, 102. I would have 1, that'll be 2, 2, up 2. Thank you, sir. Now 3, 103. I would have been 3, half here. Now 3, 103, 9, 103, 50, 9, 4, 104. I would have been 4, that'll be 4, 104. All in, all done. I would have been 4. Sell them 103.50 down front.
Next up, rookie Albert Carroll from Downeyville, Ontario.
47 behind the weight bid. At 48 here to the weight here. 45, 47, 75. Now 48. At here to the 48 down quarter. Out here to the 48 a quarter half bid. At 48 here to the behind of the half on him here to the 48 a half here to the 48 bid to the behind of the half on him. At 48 here to the behind of the half on him here to the half here to the 48 bid to the half and sold $1.48 and a quarter. $1.40.
Here's Brian Curlis, Pittsfield, Illinois.
69 that and a half. 958 at the beginning. 9.5, and now y'all out. 950 hit to go again. 70 that hit at the beginning. 70 that 50 hit at the beginning. A half, and 70 50 hit at the beginning. 1 that hit at the beginning. 1.5 that hit at the beginning. 1.5, and now 2 that hit at 2 that 50 hit at the beginning. 73 that 173 that anybody hit at the beginning. 3 and 172 that 50 hit at the beginning. 3 sold to you 172.50. Put them on 4.
Here's Daniel Mitchell from Cumberland, Ohio.
2 to 3 now 3 and a half, sir. Give a half. 102 and a half. Now half here to the minute and 2 half. 102 now half here to the minute and 2 bit here. Now half. $2 minute and a half here. I don't know 2 now 3, sir. Now 3 and now half. And 3 and a half now 4. Now 4 and a half here to the minute and 4 half, sir. Now 4 and a half. 4 now half here to the minute and 4 now half here to the minute and 4 a bit about half here to the minute 4 now half a bit about 4 and a half. So right here 1.
And now, highlights from the interview portion of the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship. 31 semifinalists were each asked a series of 3 questions, and responses accounted for 25% of the total score. First up, what would you think would be your most important role as World Livestock Auctioneer Champion?
What I think my important role would be as the World Livestock Auctioneer Champion is to inform the public of what we do here at livestock auctions and livestock markets, show them the importance of it and the commerce that we bring to our local communities, and also the positive ways that we handle these animals and that we are animal lovers ourselves. That's what I think my important job of being to the public would be as world champion.
What an exciting start to the championship. Now we'll hear more about the public auction yards from Joe Goggins, Bob Cook, and Ty Thompson.
My father was LMA was a huge part of his life. It's been a huge part of our family's life. I remember going to the World Livestock Auctioneer contests when we were little kids, and when we're selling these cattle, we always like to keep in mind that a lot of these producers only get 1 or 2 paychecks a year, and so we take it pretty serious. We try to get the most value we can for these cattle.
Now $1, now $1, now $5.
Prices are so volatile and they change so rapidly that they really run the risk of selling themselves short in the country.
It really is the only true way of getting true value for your cattle. We sell lots of load lots on the videos and this and that in the summer. Plus, we got a lot of producers that don't have enough cattle to sell on the video or this and that, and they'll bring their cattle in and sell half a load to a load. We'll get big groups as well. Billings is a unique area in the fact that we get big loads, but we sell for a lot of small producers just as well. Probably more small producers than big producers. So, no, we're really, really happy to have it here in the town of Billings.
Back to more highlights from the interview portion of the championship. Question 2. As the champion, you will be given the task of communicating the importance of LMA's mission. What will your message be?
Well, certainly the mission of the Livestock Marketing Association is to support and protect local livestock auction markets. They understand that auctions are a viable part of the livestock industry today. So the mission of the Livestock Marketing Association is they're such a unique organization in that they are on the front lines helping local livestock auction markets deal with issues that confront them.
20, Hamilton 120 bill, 21, Hamilton 120 bill, 1, 2, Hamilton 120, 100 bill, 2, 3, yeah, $3.04, Hamilton 120, 100 bill, 4 and 5, Hamilton 125, 5, $6, 125, 20, $6, 7, Hamilton 120, Saturday bill 8, Hamilton 120, 8 bill 9, Hamilton 8, 9, Hamilton 8 bill 9, and Hamilton 9 bill 28, and now 9, all in, all done, 128, now 9, and Hamilton 9 bill 9, half, sold them 128, put them on.
Next auctioneer, Leon Castleman, Long Lane, Missouri.
17, 17, 18, have it been 19, have it been 20, have it been 1, have it been 2, have it been 23 and 4, and 25, have it been 27, have it been 8, 8, have it been 9, 30, have it been 1, 132, have it been 3, 3, have it been 32, 3, 4, and 33, holding and done, 2 and 3, have it been 3, selling to you, 132, but I'm on 77.
Next auctioneer, Dan Copel from Dante, South Dakota.
145 on them. I did a boy 555, I did a bird 45, 550 now, 600 bird. Here to go, $6. Iron 146 you're allowed. I did a bird 6 now have. Iron 46 have a bird 7, 7 bird 147 on him good heifers. I did a bird 6 have a bird 47 on done. I did a bird here to go, 7 bird. And 146 have a bird 7, 7 sold to cattle 146.50.
Here's Neil Beret from Weber, Kansas.
4, 4.5, 5 on 95 on the hand, 96 on to get in to get in a half. 90's gonna have 7 on 97 here, 97 on 97, 90's gonna have 7, 97 books on 7, here on 97 half, 97 and a half here on 8 on 98, 38 and a half, 98 and a half on 99 on 99 and a half here on buck on dollar bill here on dollar bill, 99 and a half book on dollar bill here on 99 and a half now dollar sold 99.50.
Now we go to Brandon Hamel from DeMar, Kansas.
13 here to half, 13 and a half, bulls I got quarter here, 13 half 75, 1400, 1400, 14 sir give me 85, 1385, 1385, 85, 85, 85, 85, 75, 85, 1385, 75, 85. I sold him at 13.75.
Here's rookie Eric Dries from Nampa, Idaho.
94, 50 here to half, 5, 95, 95, 5 and a half, 95, 5 and a half, 50 here to half, sold him $95 on him, put him on buyer number 856, $95, 856. Go again.
Next up, Mitch Bartle, Perham, Minnesota.
$78 down here now, 78. I own 78, half 8, down 77, half 8, half 8, half 9. I'll be back to you, sir. 79, 9, half. I own 9, 50, 9, both out here. 950, $80, half, 80, half, 80, 50, 80, 51. I own 81, $1, sold them 80, 50, put them on buyer, 856.
Here's Garrett Jones from Los Banos, California.
76 here, 5.5. Now I'm going to get 6 here, now I'm going to get 75 and a half, I'm going to get 76 here, now I'm going to get 76 half, and now half here, now I'm going to give half, I'm going to get 7, and now half, $1, now I'm going to give half, I'm going to give $8, now I'm going to give 8 half here, now I'm going to get $9, now I'm going to get 79, 8.5, 9, now I'm going to get $9, now I'm going to get $9, you do 9 here, can tell, now I'm going to get 9 here, now I'm going to get sold 78 and a half, and put them on 7.
Next up is Lance Cochran from Medford, Oklahoma.
56, 50, now 6 and a half, 75, 57, $7, a quarter, 57 and a quarter, and a half, now 7 and a half, 57, 75, and a half, a quarter, 58 and a quarter, and 25, and a half, $8 and a quarter, and $58 and a quarter. I sold a cattle at 158.
Billy Yunkin is next to go from Cecil, Alabama.
$64 now, 5 now, $65 now, 6 now, 6 now, 7 now, $67 now, 8, and 68 now, 9 now, $70 now, 1 now, $71 now, 2 now, 3, and 73 now, 4 now, 5 now, $75 now, 6 now, 7 now, 7, 7, 8 now, 9 now, 79 now, $80, $80 now, 80 now, 80 now, yes, no, $80, 80 now, 80 now, 80. I'm sold them $79 buyer.
Here's Wade Lash from Boyne City, Michigan.
Now 6 here, and I'll have $7, $57, and I have a bit of $8, and I have a bit of here, $9, I have a bit of $60, and now $60, $10 here, and $60, $30, and I have a bit of 60, did ya? And now $60, $30, and $60, I'm a bit of $60, and I have sold $59.50, 77 by.
Now the final question from the interview contest. What do you think is the most important issue facing livestock marketing in the future, and how would you affect change?
Certainly a good question, and that's a tough one, and it's been several hot topics that have been brought up here throughout the week. And having the opportunity to go to the luncheon yesterday and hear Amanda Radke talk certainly hit home with me with one thing that she talked about, and that's the lack of education within the general public and their views. You know, they're not familiar with our industry, and so they have a negative perception of that. So any opportunity that we have as a livestock industry and livestock marketing industry to be a voice and to tell them the facts and get the facts correct, that's an opportunity that we need to take and shine a brighter light upon the livestock marketing industry. Obviously, we've talked about ADT, we've talked about the transportation issues, we've talked about, of course, in terms of the transportation issues and the dealer trust as well. And I think all those fall underneath that umbrella. Just for instance, in regards to transportation, you know, the general public may look at it as if it's a driver safety concern or issue. Us in the livestock industry realize that it's an animal welfare issue, it's an animal safety issue, not to mention the opportunity, but you might be taking some buyers out of the equation that'd be buying cattle or livestock and transporting them over a certain amount of hours, and we certainly don't want to do that and take dollars out of the producer's pocket.
The WLAC not only spotlights the auctioneers, but also the local markets that sell on a regular, many times a weekly basis. Places like West Point, Nebraska, Dixon, Tennessee, and Lewiston, Idaho. LMA represents these markets and countless others on the national stage, as well as being a representative locally and regionally. The WLAC is the grand finale of LMA's annual convention, where more than 800 member auction markets and the rest of the livestock marketing industry come together to share information, discuss the latest issues on Capitol Hill, and improve member services to the auction markets, which in turn benefits livestock producers. Now let's get back to the 2017 World Livestock Auctioneer Championship. Here's auctioneer Will Epperly from Dunlap, Iowa.
116, 50, 17, 50, down there, 17 and a half, 18, 18, 50, down there, 18 and a half, 18 and a half, 19, down to get 19, down there, a half, 19, half, I get down there, 20, down there, 50, 20, 50, down there, 20, 50, down there, a half, 120's here, get up a half, I get down there, 20, 50, down there, have 19, a half, so to you, sir, 120.
Now to Jared Miller from Leon, Iowa.
38 here, down 40, down 140, down 40, down 40, 40, give half. Half here, down a bit, down 40, 130, down 40, down 40, 50. Did you do it, sir? 40 and a half on, you're out of here, down. Get 40 down low, 40 and a half. High 40, 50, down half here. Now 1, down 40, 1 and a half. High 1 and a half, 2, 42, down 2 and a half, down 50, down go out on, sir, 2 and a half. Sold them 142, they go to number 828.
Now we go to Justin Maben from Bakersfield, California.
1, down 2, they're on 72. And thinking down 3, and down 74. I'm sporting down 5, and down 4 and a half, down 5, and down half here. 70 pound, down to get down 77. 76 and a half here, down 7, down 6, down 7. Sold a good cow, 76 and a half.
Here's Curtis Witovic, a rookie from Fullerton, Nebraska.
Down 3, 84. 84, 5, 85, 86 down, 86 down, down 86 down to 5, 85 and a half. Sold $85. 7.
Now on the block, Jacob Massey, Petersburg, Tennessee.
38, $940, 141. It 1, 2, 41, 2, 3, 42, 43, 3, 4, 45 here, say, 7, 48, 48, 9, here, 9, 48, 9, sold on 148, put them on 4.
Here's Mike Godberson from Pawnee, Oklahoma.
23, 4, 5, 6, 127, 128, sir, 8 and 9, 9, 30, 1, 2, 32. I'll get 132, 131, 130, 133. Got ahead of you, 3, 4, 134, 133, 134 time. Sold 133. That'll be buyer number 77.
Now we go to Russell Sleep from Bedford, Iowa.
109, 10, I got Joe in the lead. 109, 10, 110, 10, anybody else? I got 109 now, 10, and 11, Joe. 11 to the bend, now $13, 14, 114, 15, 16, 115, 16, sold them to you, Joe. 150, put them on 820.
Here's a rookie this year, Corey Lawrence from Thorsby, Alberta.
41, 2, at 142, 144, 5, at 44, 4 and a half, 5, 15, at 45, 146 here. At 45, 146. So 145 and 15.
Next up, Brennan Jack from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan.
889, 89 here, 109 here, 108 here, 109, 108, 910, 110, 11, 11 here, 12 here, 13, 14 here, 15, 15 here, 115, 115, 114, 15 here, 114 here, 115 all sold them, 114, 114.
Next up, Cody Louderman, Macomb, Illinois, another rookie this year.
Now have, it's 6 1/2, $5, $7, don't have, $7, have it, give $8, $68, don't David give $8, don't compare, don't $8 here, don't David give $8 here, don't David give $68 here, and 8 now half, at 8 1/2 here, now 9, at 9, now but about $9 here, to 9 you get it, $69 here, now but about $9 here, now but about $69, so until $68.50, out in Illinois bound 830.
Along with crowning a new world champion, LMA members are celebrating the 70th anniversary of the Livestock Marketing Association. Up next, we'll take you back in time through an evolution of livestock auction markets and the association.
Imagine for a moment what America would look like if it had no access to markets. Think about the difficulties for ranchers and farmers if they couldn't sell their cattle, sheep, or hogs, or if buyers had no way to purchase the livestock they needed to stay in business. Picture our towns, the banks, the businesses, the schools, with no economic center to our communities. Where would rural America be? The Livestock Marketing Association traces its roots back to this city, Billings, Montana, where the organization began 70 years ago. Just a couple of years after World War II, when our focus shifted from the battlefields to building a brighter tomorrow. It required the vision of people like C.T. Tad Sanders, a Billings attorney who blazed the trail to form the National Livestock Auction Association. And while its name has changed, the Livestock Marketing Association's mission remains the same: to protect markets, market access, and true price discovery for rural America and rural Americans. But the actual history of livestock markets traces much further back in time, and its story has been woven into the country's fabric from the beginning. Records of livestock auction sales date back to the 1600s, when the auction method of selling was used across colonial America. As steamboats traversed the nation's rivers, terminal river markets sprang up in towns across the frontier. This allowed settlers to generate income and ultimately create viable communities as westward expansion continued in earnest. The construction of railroads provided an efficient way to transport livestock from the Great Plains to cities in the east and sprawling terminal markets, central locations for commission firms to negotiate deals between the producer and packer. The stockyards that rose up in Chicago, Kansas City, and Omaha represented the first time that food could be produced for the masses, enabling millions of people to move off farms and take jobs in town. It was the beginning of America's middle class.
I can still remember getting fat cattle or finished cattle into Memphis on the railroad. When I was just a pup, they were still bringing fat cattle, finished cattle to Armour Pack.
Henry Ford made it possible for just about anyone to own a car, and as trucks began rolling off the production line in the 30s, farmers and ranchers began rethinking how they bought and sold livestock. Trucks marked the end of the sprawling centralized terminal markets and the rise of local livestock auction markets.
I guess they started goosenecking cattle when I got into high school, really. Most of those cattle were brought in what we call bob trucks, straight trucks, the old 1.5 and 2 ton trucks with the sideboards.
The number of local markets increased from about 200 in 1930 to about 2,000 markets by 1940. World War II meant food needed to be produced in ever-increasingly efficient ways, and the livestock industry continued to grow and change. The rise in importance of livestock markets and the need for a unified voice was marked in 1947 by the formation of the organization that would become known as LMA. During the post-war boom, President Dwight Eisenhower unwittingly changed livestock production forever when his dream of an interstate highway system became a reality. Cattle, sheep, and hogs could now be transported quickly and efficiently to just about anywhere in the country. And as livestock markets moved into decentralized locations, so too did the nation's meatpacking industry. By 1956, LMA had grown to represent 386 markets in 41 states. In 1960, the association grew to more than 530 markets from 37 states. The organization, like the industry it represented, was changing and working to better accommodate members' growing business needs. LMA pioneered vital tools like the Livestock Marketing Insurance Agency, as well as the Livestock Board of Trade. And to celebrate its increasing importance, the very first World Livestock Auctioneer Championship was held in 1963.
This contest is the first of its kind ever staged to determine auctioneering skill and ability. We're in Denver on this Friday afternoon, June 21st, for the 1963 World Champion Livestock Auctioneer Contest. We're about ready to begin competition. Each auctioneer will be judged on.
Nearly 250 million head of livestock, valued at $25 billion, passed through livestock markets in 1970. In October 1978, LMA successfully challenged the authority of the Packers and Stockyards Act to regulate tariffs and fees charged by independent auction markets. The landmark victory freed auction markets to determine their own charges for service. Just as transportation improvements advanced the industry, the technology boom of the last several decades ushered in a new era for markets working to serve the changing needs of members. Computers and ring scales were added, just as they continued to expand ways to market livestock for producers.
The modern scales, ring scales, have expedited the efficiency of the market tremendously. I mean, it's one of the best things that's happened to the livestock markets.
We put a computer system in the 90s and never looked back since. It was a great addition.
LMA successfully led its member markets into the internet age. Online auctions represent the next chapter in the evolution of free markets and access to them. Understanding the importance of animal welfare, LMA has created an animal handling program to ensure appropriate stockmanship in markets. It's a story that began more than 4 centuries ago and continues to thrive today, including addressing risk management needs and serving as a voice for the livestock marketing industry on Capitol Hill. Since its humble beginnings in 1947, the core value of Livestock Marketing Association has remained the same, a belief in the competitive auction method and true price discovery.
I think, as has been said, to understand the future, you have to understand the past. There will be some additions to how we do business that I can't even fathom. Technology changes, the internet, but there are things that won't change, and that is those core values that our business is based on, and I don't think that'll ever change. I can't imagine that it would change.
You know, to give a producer the opportunity, any one individual in a pickup truck on any given day, that opportunity to top the market. It still exists, and we still do that the same as we did 40 years ago. We're bringing them in front of an auctioneer and a group of buyers and maybe a lot more people with the internet and telephones, but it's still an auction. And the fact that we still sell cattle by auction, competitive marketing, it's because it's the best way.
Indeed, livestock auctions are a vital part of the livestock industry, serving producers and assuring a fair, competitive price. Imagine how different rural America would be without them. follow the Livestock Marketing Association on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or by visiting lmaweb.com.